In this video, we want to review the Siesta Key Beach Resort located at 5311 Ocean Boulevard on beautiful Siesta Key, Florida. I do want to apologize at the outset because somehow the clips of our room were deleted. When we first arrived at the property, we actually went inside of our room before taking any of our luggage in and went around the room and filmed the inside of it for you. We do not know what happened to the clips. I cannot find them on the card or on the backup hard drive that I use to back up my files. I apologize for that, but we do have some good video of the rest of the property that we would like to share with you. Hey everybody, we are here in Sarasota, Florida on the island of Siesta Key, and we are staying at the place you see behind us. This is the Siesta Key Beach Resort. Now, I've been coming to this property. In fact, this is the only place we've ever stayed. And I don't just mean we as in us, I mean me, because I've been coming here since the early 70s. You've been coming here since the late 90s. This is the only place I've ever stayed. This is where my parents first stayed on my first trip. I want to say I was 2 or 3 years old. It was very early in the 1970s, and this is where we stayed. At that time, it was called the Trade Winds. And then later on, the place across the street remained the Trade Winds, or the office across the street in those rooms. And this place was bought out by a lady from Europe and a man from Canada, and it was called the Village Motor Lodge for years. Then it became a Best Western. That's when we started coming back. And then, I don't remember, it's been a couple of things since then. A few years back, it was bought out by a man who actually owns a lot of property around here. And a lot of changes have been made. Now, since we've been coming here, we've never done a review here. This is where we stay every time we come. And I guess I've declined to do a review in the past, but simply because of some of the changes that have been made have been good changes. Some of them I'm not happy about, and a lot of that's for sentimental reasons and not business reasons. And I'll get into more of that. But the management of the motel here has always worked very well with us. They know we come every year. They know who we are. They bend over backwards to try to accommodate us if we want a certain room. They don't guarantee that, but they do try to work it, and this time they did work it for us.
They did.
And they do, you know, kind of give us a little deal on the rate. It's still
like a returning visitor.
Yes, a returning visitor. It's still pretty expensive, but it's probably a little less expensive than most other things here on Siesta Key, or at least very comparable. So I have declined to do a review because the managers here are great. They do work with us. Some of the changes that have been made, I would have to be honest and tell you about that. Well, I'm decided we're going to do a review here. Several people have asked us why we haven't done a review at the place we stay, and that's basically why. Because it is going to be some things that we're happy about, some things that we're not. Now, we've had several different rooms since we started coming here. One of the changes that I wasn't happy about was the upstairs room 216 that we're going to be showing you. That's the one we used to get pretty much every year when we had our boys, because it had a separate bedroom. And it used to have a really nice kitchen area. They had a full bar and a stove in there that you could cook. There would be a night we'd grill hamburgers and she'd cook something. Well, they took the bar out and the stove out, or the counter out. So it's kind of a little different now. There is still a kitchenette in it, but we're a little bit limited now. So we haven't been getting that room since it's just been us anyway. So also the thing they did, they took out the pool and put in a bigger pool. It's a lot more shallow. This pool goes to 5 feet deep. The other one was 6 feet. This one is bigger. Now, here's the thing. Is it an improvement? Most people would say yes. If I were staying here for the first time and walked back there, I would say this is nice. But since I've been here my whole life, the little rectangular pool that they had back there, I got used to it. You know what I'm saying?
It was more of a swimming pool. It was deeper.
This is more of a lounging pool.
Lounging,
it's not really, you don't
waiting.
swim
There's
in
actually places to sit along the sides of the pool.
It's just a hangout. And the other one, you actually could, you know, swim. Me and my boys would have a little contest to see who could swim the length of it underwater and back. I could actually do it twice, down and back, without coming up for air. And little things like that. And it was just I was used to seeing it there for most of my life growing up. That was a pool my cousins used to come when I was growing up. We had a lot of fun memories there. You know, I think 2018 was the last year that pool was there. Then by the time we came back in 2019, the new one was there. So most people would look at that and say, this is really nice. I looked at it and about cried, because it was like, it was totally different than the way I had remembered it and grown up seeing it. So, you know, things like that, things change. I understand that, I realize that, but when you've got a long-standing tradition somewhere, sometimes you don't want to see things change, and that's how I am a little bit. So things like that. And they also remodeled some of the rooms to make, I think, to make more rooms. And some of the rooms are very well designed. Some I think I could have done a lot better. A room we had back in 2019, room 130, there's not even a place to hang your clothes in it. I had to use
There's no closet.
There's no closet. I had to use the TV mount that mounts the TV to the wall to hang my clothes on. That was on hangers. So, and the bathroom, you could barely turn around in. No way two people are getting in that bathroom at the same time, because one can't hardly. So some of the rooms, the design leaves a lot to be desired. Some of them are very well designed. We're in 107 this year. We like that room. We like that room. So it's just kind of one of those things. It kind of depends on the room you get. This is a very beautiful area. You are literally across the street from the Gulf of Mexico. Probably what, a 5-6 minute walk?
Yeah, not bad.
To the beach. So it's got location. You've got the Siesta Key Village right here. Pretty much as you leave the grounds, you're in the Siesta Key Village. Yeah. So there's a lot of advantages to this place, but we're going to give you an honest review of it. Don't you see these two little birds on this post back here?
And they flew away.
Oh, did they fly away? It looked like they were having a squabble. They must have been married. So anyway, it looked like they were going at it. I mean, two little small birds. Both of them would fit in your hand. But anyway, we're here at Siesta Key Beach Resort on Siesta Key in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. One of my favorite places in the state of Florida.
Yep, I totally agree.
So we're going to show you around the property. We're going to give you an overview of some of the rooms that we're familiar with and some of the things this property does feature. So if you like this video, I should say that at the end, I guess, but just hopefully you'll stay with us long enough and maybe consider this as a place to stay. So the Tiki Hut is where the office is at, and there are rooms over there. There's a lot of different categories of rooms here. They got full suites, they've got just little basic motel rooms. But this is the only place, I'll give you a little history here. This is the only place on Siesta Key I've ever stayed, and we've been coming here since I was 2 years old. When my mom and dad first came down here, this place was called the Trade Winds, but we stayed in that very building right there. So that building's been here, I don't know how long, at least since the early 70s or the 60s. They also do have pet-friendly rooms here as well. So obviously they want you to pick up after your pet. I doubt that's the dog. Is that the dog walk area? Why would they have those right there otherwise?
Yeah, it's not real grass, so I guess.
Okay, maybe that is the dog walk area. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, that would make sense. That'd be why that would be right there. So, okay, I want to walk back here by the pool area and show you that. And I think we're actually going to get in it a little bit today. So the pool is back here behind the building. And no glass in the pool area. And no lifeguards, so observe the rules. Yeah, don't drink the pool water. Some of those are pretty self-explanatory. So back here there's a little relaxation area with a hammock, 3 chairs, and there used to be a grill. I don't see a grill. Okay, there it is. It's behind all the maid carts over there. There's a grill if you want to grill you some burgers or something. Here's the pool area. Now, one of the things I was going to say is, like I said earlier in the video, this is where I have always stayed growing up. And this is not the pool that was here. This pool was here when we came back in 2019. Prior to that, it was a smaller rectangular pool, which I actually liked it better because it went to 6 feet deep. This one goes to 5. It was more of a simple shape, but I don't know. I'm sort of a sentimental person, so that pool had been there ever since I remembered, and I just kind of hated to see it go. I had a lot of good memories in that pool. We'd come down here with family and my cousins and stuff, and it was just there were a lot of fun trips from my childhood here. So naturally I was sad the last night in 2018 when we were here. I knew that was going to be the last time in that pool because I knew they were going to be putting in a new one, and I was kind of sad getting out of it for the last time. But this is what it looks like back here by the pool deck. So back here on the other side of the pool, you got a little tiki hut here, just like a little, I guess, lounging area. Over here you got a hot tub. You got a little shower here in the shape of a surfboard. Like you just come back from the beach, they like you to wash the sand off before you get in the pool. So here's the spa. You got to be 12 years or above. So there that is. Now that used to be, when they had the rectangular pool, it was over there about on the other side of the pool, where I've got the camera pointed. Here's some more rooms on the side. This is, I don't remember what category this is. We've had those one time. Have a little living room area, a little kitchen area. Now up there on the corner, left side, upper level is room 216. That's the back side of it. That's the one we always got for years. It's a good room to have. I'll show you the front of it later. It's a good one to have if you've got like children, because there is a separate small bedroom in it. The bedroom is small, but it's a good sized little bed in there. So if you got like 2 children or 1 child, they can have their own little room in that one, and a little kitchenette, and then a master bedroom, and actually a little sofa area with another TV. So that's something to consider if you've got like maybe 4 or 5 people. I'm also going to show you the pool area at night. There's a little bit of some storminess in the area, so nobody's in the pool right now, so it just seemed like a good time to show it. Here is the pool at night with nobody in it. You can see it's surrounded by the palm trees. See that lightning in the background? You're probably hearing the thunder too, but here's the back of our hotel. Yeah, that's getting a little bit closer. It's not raining right here, so we kind of feel like it's miles away, but, and Chauncey, what are you doing?
Just relaxing.
Well, I'm going to go relax in the room before that storm gets any closer, but I did want to show you all the pool at nighttime with the lights shining on it and without anybody in it. Now, this place is on both sides of the street. There are actually rooms on both sides. We have never stayed over on that side. That is where you check in. That's the office where you go in and register under the Tiki Hut, but we have always stayed over here. So I'm not familiar about the rooms over there, but there are different room categories. They have a lot of different categories. They got suites, basic motel rooms, what's studio suites.
And I'm trying to think of what they're, yeah, they do have so
a lot of categories here. So what we're going to do is, to the best of our knowledge, give you some information and tell you about the rooms that we have personally had. Now, the rooms on the bottom level here, I don't believe any of those rooms go all the way through to the back side of the motel where the pool's at. The pool's just on the other side. The reason we say that is because the doors on the back all have different room numbers. So some of those used to go all the way through, but when the new ownership bought it, they kind of, I guess, wanted to make a lot more rooms. Yeah, so a lot's changed since we have been coming here in years past. But I think these are basically your standard motel rooms. I'm not saying some of them don't have an extra room. Don't really know about downstairs.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's like they have a suite and then they'll have a standard room because you can join now.
So this room right up here on the corner, and I want to say 210 is another one that's the same way.
Yes.
That's 216 there on the corner. I'm going to get back to that. Here's 215, 214. I don't know what each one of these are, but there's 212, and then 210, we've had it a couple of times. So it's basically the same as 216, or it was.
It was, yes.
So basically 216, and we're going to walk up the steps. That's the room we would always get in years past.
And it actually, both of those now have their own parking lot because sometimes it's a 2-family.
Yes.
It's a 2-bedroom suite, so you can park here and here behind.
Right, so if you bring in 2 people driving 2 cars and you have a 2-bedroom suite, then you want to park kind of like this here. Park right here and then back in the gravel. If you just park by yourself right here, you're liable to get blocked in. But what I want to tell you about 216, that room, as you first go in the door, has a little sitting area. It has a couch and a TV out there. And I think that couch is pull out.
Yes.
Okay, then as you walk down the hallway on your right, there's going to be another bedroom. It's a small bedroom, but the bed in it is pretty good size.
I'm almost saying it was a queen-size bed.
When our son and daughter-in-law came down with us in 2020, they had that room, and I think they put a TV in that room as well.
There's a TV on the wall, a dresser, and a nightstand.
So then to the left of the hallway will be your bathroom and then the master bedroom. The master bedroom does look out over the pool. That's why we loved it. You had a nice pool view, a smaller TV in there.
King-size bed.
King-size bed. And then there was a kitchen area. Now, what we're going to do, the rooms that we've had, we're going to put some clips in right after we talk about them. So we're going to put an old clip of room 216 at this point. They've changed it since this clip was taken.
Yeah, this is going to be an older clip. It's one that I did with my cell phone.
And the video quality on this clip may not be great.
Yeah, and it's going to be before they redid it.
Yeah. since this clip was taken, they've removed the kitchen counter.
Yes.
So it's been changed up a little bit, but there still is a dining area in there and a little kitchenette area. So that's room 216. So if you have at least like 4 people, or maybe you bring a child with your children or another family, you'd want something like this. So we're going to walk up the steps now and show you what it looks like from up there. These are rooms on the side, again, just different.
That 118, I'll say that. We've had that room. I actually have a video clip of it as well.
Okay, then we'll put that clip in as 118 as well.
So that one actually has bunk beds.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I didn't care for that one too much.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
It had some things about it. There just wasn't a lot of space, but it is very convenient to the parking. If you don't want to walk very far to unload your vehicle, you're right there. So there's an advantage to that. So you got these rooms on the side. Now that gate is going to the pool, but we're going to turn right here and walk up the steps. We have carried many suitcases up these stairs, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
It's one of the reasons we're staying downstairs now. It's a lot of work to carry the stuff up. And just where we are is very convenient to our vehicle as well. Let these folks come on out. So here's the view from upstairs, looking down on the parking area. There's 2 buildings across the street, or the terrace and the terrace north. So anyway, this is room 216. I don't know if anybody's in it. Probably is. Poke your head in the window there. See. Actually, I don't think there is.
Yes, he's a laptop.
Okay, all right. So, you saw what?
A laptop in it.
Okay, all right. So, walking along the top deck up here. So that's the top deck. There used to be, they built a building now, there used to be, you could stand right here and get a little bit of a view of the Gulf of Mexico through the palms. You can't do that any longer. But there's a couple more rooms up here, back there in the corner. I don't know what kind of rooms those are. Again, so much remodeling has been done here since we've been coming. So we'll walk down these steps now back to the pool area. Couple rooms right here. Now we actually got that one for one night last year because we called and told we wanted to come in a day earlier than our reservation. That's all we had. So that room's decent. For one night.
Yeah, you go in the bed right there. Bathroom's on this side.
I don't know if you got a video of that one or not. We don't have a video clip of that one. So obviously out here's the pool area. A pool can be a very popular thing in Florida in the summer, as you can see. Now, in this little building here, these are some pretty good little rooms. The only disadvantage to them is you got to walk a pretty good ways to unload your stuff because the parking lot's back up through that gate. We had 126B year before last. That was the year of Hurricane Elsa. That's the only one in that building we've ever had, but I think all 3 of those are the same category. So there's 125.
Did we look into 125 one time? Did we show us that one?
Well, that was the year of the hurricane, and for some reason they said it was leaking water. They had bags out in front of the door, so they did not let us have that room because the hurricane was coming. And there's 126A, and then again 126B. But these are not bad little rooms, especially just for her and I. These would work for us. This is room 125. I don't think that was occupied. I don't see anybody coming out of it this week at all. Can't really get to it without. So, actually there are some public restrooms by the pool out back of this building right here.
And I think there is actually a room back there too.
Oh, there's another room back here. Okay. I did not realize that. I thought 126B went all the way through. So there's a restaurant. Yeah, there is. There's actually another room back here, 127. You talk about some privacy. If you're interested in this place and want something private like that, that's about as private as you're going to get here. You know? Only one room back here. You're facing the fence and the palm trees. I don't know if it's the same kind of room as the front, so you just have to ask that. So we're going to walk over here and show you two special palm trees, and Chauncey's going to give the story behind them. We take pictures of these every year. Chauncey wants to show us the guest laundry.
So laundry is included in the resort fee. So
which is $39 a day. They ought to let you do laundry.
So there's 2 washers, 2 dryers.
Oh wow, I've never seen this before. Look at that wall. What's that? Oh, it's like styrofoam. I thought that's supposed to be like.
But anyway, they keep it nice and cool in there too. So
I didn't realize that was styrofoam. I thought that was supposed to be like a coral look or something.
But I think you can go to the office if you have forgotten your detergent. But I always bring my own.
Okay, so if you need to do your laundry.
That's included.
Alright, there's a couple rooms there, 128, and then whatever's up top there. Looks like they got a nice deck to sit on. I'm going to go over here, and there's 2 very special palm trees. I know you say 2 because there's like a bunch. But yeah, there are 2 that have a story. So let me show you which ones they are.
This one?
This one here.
And you said they separate.
Let me pan up and show them the top of this one. Okay. And this one back here that goes up as well. Those used to be the only 2 palm trees right there. Now they've planted a lot more, but these 2 are still here. So they got a little story to tell. So Chauncey, why don't you tell that story?
So back in 2000, we decided to take a picture of these 2 palm trees
23 years ago
with our boys when they were little and watch them grow through the years. So every year when we
And the palm trees wasn't maybe how tall at that time?
Oh, they were like maybe this.
I think they were a little taller than the boys.
But you want to see the first picture?
Yeah.
So that is actually the very first.
That's those 2 palm trees with our boys standing under them. So we started a yearly tradition.
Yeah, it was like, whoops. And then it's, well, why is it doing that?
She's got a whole album of this.
Yeah, I'll just do it like this, but you can
Hold
see.
on, there's a glare. Back over here.
But you can see every year the palm trees are getting taller and taller. Looks like they're growing out of their heads on that one.
Yeah, our boys are getting taller, but the palm trees are outgrowing them at a faster rate.
Yeah, and then like this one here. Now, I had to end up turning the camera long ways just to get the pictures. Yeah, every year. So this was last year, 2022, without them.
So every year we get a picture of those palm trees, and I don't think our boys are going to catch them, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think so.
I think our boys are done growing. I don't know about the trees, but anyway, it started out 2 little palm trees, 2 little boy-sized palm trees. They've grown up to be men, and these trees have grown up. So we always kind of take pictures of that. I hope they don't ever remove them.
Yeah.
They already removed my royal palm tree that used to be over there. Kind of frosted me a little bit. But anyway, so we're going to go back out the gate now. We got this little walkway. Always watch your step for lizards. There's a lot of little lizards that inhabit Florida. Sometimes you'll see them scatter. I think I've shown you one in another video already. And after it rains, little black frogs come out. And they're everywhere, and they're about the size of a dime. So we are back now at our room, and I am not going to show you our mess for very long. So
yeah, we've already showed it.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of very pretty flowers. In fact, Florida means flower. Did you know that?
Yep. Now across the street, over there by the office, you can actually rent bikes from the office.
We'll walk over there now. I'll let you show that.
Do you know what kind of flower that is?
I do not.
It's called Birds of Paradise.
Birds of Paradise.
It's supposed to look like a bird.
Maybe from another angle. I'm still not, well, yeah, I guess I can see it now.
But I guess it's the head, yeah.
This is across the street. They got a little covered area here. And right here are the bike rentals you can rent. Looks like 2 different sizes.
And there's no charge for that. That's part of your resort
There is a
fee.
charge for it.
Part of your
They
resort
charge you
fee.
$39 a resort fee a day.
And I think you can also rent those golf carts. That is a fee. Don't know what it is. We've never done it.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be. Right here is the lobby. This is where you check in upon arrival and check out as you're leaving. Again, I don't know a thing about these rooms over here. We don't ever stay on this side. But right over here, I'm sorry, go ahead.
They got beach carts up there.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure if there's a shop today.
Yeah, they do have beach carts that are available. Now, right over here is how you get to the Gulf of Mexico, the beach. You're right across from beach access number, I believe, is that 5? Okay. Right here by the sign for Siesta Key Village. And right across from this is the tallest building on Siesta Key, right here, the terrace. You're right across the street from that. And you just walk right there through the parking lot, and pretty wide beach. It's still a little bit of a walk through the sand to the Gulf of Mexico, but the beach is right through there. You can actually see the Gulf of Mexico just a little bit. And this little food truck with seating area, this is actually a new addition since last year. I guess you got sandwiches there, I'm assuming, refreshments. Nope. Okay. Let's take a look at that. So they do have menus here at the little food truck right here in front of the motel. Again, this is a new addition. I'm actually impressed with the variety they got on the menu. I thought it'd just be basic stuff. They've got a pretty good lineup right here. What happened there?
The awning had water on it.
If y'all heard that, Chauncey you did get doused.
I did get.
Oh, we gotta get that. Look at that.
Thankfully, it wasn't
Water just come off of that.
the blue part over.
It kind of rained last night, but you would have thought it would still be there, but anyway. Alright, so that's probably all of it. You probably don't have to worry about it again.
Probably.
They actually have a Wagyu burger. If we didn't already have a restaurant planned today, I might have gotten that. Sorry for the breeze blowing that around. Here's a little bit about the story of the food truck here. Again, this was not here last year, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Just a couple more angles of the property. Good morning, everybody. We're back on the road. We're heading out from Siesta Key. We left there actually about 15 after 6 this morning. We didn't really want to do a closeout of our room review and a review of the Siesta Beach Resort this morning because we were in kind of a hurry to get packed and get on the road. We're headed up to St. Augustine. We're right now in Lakeland, Florida on Interstate 4, heading up to Daytona Beach. Then we're going to jump on scenic highway A1A, which is one of my favorite roads in the country.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, rides right along the ocean. But we did want to do a closeout on our review of the Siesta Beach Resort, Siesta Key Beach Resort. So I guess we'll just let you start and kind of give your impressions of the property. We've stayed there many years.
Now, I know he grew up going there, and you know, it's different hands and so forth. So the only place I've ever stayed was here. You know, since I've been coming to Siesta.
That's the only place I've ever stayed too.
Yeah. So I think it's got excellent location. I mean, it's walking distance to eateries, to shopping. You know, right across the street from the beach. You know, you can't see the beach from there, but the beach is so wide. But you know, still very easy walk. You know, I did it, you know, every day, or we both did it every day, then the sunset and stuff like that. And as far as the property itself, they have taken very good care of it through the years. I know that they've remodeled a lot of the rooms and stuff like that. I like it. You know, I am like him. I am sentimental on things, and you know, I hate to see things change too, to some degree. But very pleased with our room that we've had the last 2 years, room 107. It's perfect for 2 people, just perfect. The whole area is nice. I don't have any complaints, and management, you know, always tries to accommodate us if we need something, or, you know, return visitor rate and stuff like that. So I have a good experience.
Okay. Well, would you stay there again?
Yes, plan to next
Stayed
year.
there over 20 times now. It is a different ownership, has been for the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years maybe.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever had a cleanliness issue, ever.
No, I don't think we ever have had a cleanliness issue. So they do a good job in that regard. And like she said, most of my things are sentimental things. Kind of like, you know, if you grew up going to a diner or something or a store and it goes away, it makes you sad. You can't help it. Even if what they put in its place is nicer and newer, you can't help remembering the way it was. So I think that's kind of my thing. I understand change happens. I remember my dad telling me when we started going down there, again, our first trip there was in the 1970s. It was called the Trade Winds then. And I remember him telling me that a $20 bill a night would cover it. I mean, we had kitchen and everything, $20 bill. Those days ain't coming back. Those days are over. $20 bill don't cover it now. And honestly, it has steadily increased in price since we've been going. I mean, and I would say almost when the new ownership took over, it dramatically increased in price. I'll say it that way. It wasn't just a little bit, it was dramatic. They did add a lot of things. There is a $39 a day resort fee. I'm just going to give you the information now. I'm not going to give my personal thoughts on things. $39 a day resort fee. There is a fee to park. So, you know, that's the one thing. I'm not just saying that about this motel. I have never understood why a motel charges you to park. I was like, what else are you supposed to do with your car? And you're staying there. I've never liked that at any place. I remember the first place I ever heard of doing that was in St. Augustine. When I was calling to make a reservation there, they said, plus there's a parking fee. I told them how ridiculous they were for charging a parking fee. I said, forget it. That was a long time ago. Now, a lot more and more places are doing it. I think as a customer, you don't like to get the impression you're being nickel and dime to death. But honestly, the management treats us well there. Again, we are returning every year customers, so they treat us well. They give us a good rate. I'll say it that way. I would recommend the place, like she said, for the reasons she gave, is because it's so close to the Siesta Key Village. Literally, you walk out the sidewalk to the corner and you're in the village, and you just make your right turn, and there's an abundance of places to eat. There's an abundance of places to shop, little beach shops, little souvenir shops, little specialty shops, I guess you would call them. You can get pizza, you can get island food, you can get just about anything you want right there. So the location's good. It is directly across the street. It is not beachfront, but it's right across the street from Public Beach Access number 5.
Which there actually is parking there, to where if you do find a spot,
yeah, it's hard to find it though.
Yeah, but if you do, you know, want to drive over there to make it a little quicker, you can.
But probably the walk is maybe 6, 7, 8 minutes from the motel. It's a pretty wide beach. It takes you a while to actually get to the water. So Siesta Key is known for having some of the whitest sand of really any beach. I mean, a lot of the Florida Gulf Coast beaches have good sand. Siesta Key is consistently rated right there at the top. So it's a beautiful island, beautiful. It has changed a lot over the years. It has become more of a island type vibe, I guess you would say, whereas it used to be more laid back and relaxed. Probably the one thing I would say that I don't like as far as where our room is located now is it's right next to a cafe that has live bands, and they play till they're supposed to quit, but you said 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. I noticed it used to. It'd be like way late at night.
Seemed like last night they went a little past 10. Pretty loud music.
Yeah.
And where our room's at is as close to that place as you can be.
Yeah.
So that's not the motel's fault. I'm just giving you that bit of information should you like that room. The motel can't help that.
And I don't remember hearing it in the room. It was just when we were outside of the room.
Yeah. But our room 107, really good location for loading and unloading. Seemed like this time everybody wanted to park right there in front of our room.
Yeah.
So we had to park down some, which I don't understand why, because there's not that many rooms on that side, just a few in behind us. So I don't really know why everybody wanted to park right there, but they did. But we tried to show you the different aspects of the different rooms. We're going to include some video footage. This is a closeout. We've already included the video footage. that we have from years past in some of the rooms.
And those videos were just for my personal, just to remember, because they were different. We don't always stay in those rooms, so they're not very. The room's kind of messy and some, as you saw.
Yeah. That's why this time I wanted to get our room as we first got there before we got in it. Because once we get in it, it looks like a tornado went through it. But I like the room we've had, 107. 2 years in a row we've gotten it.
Yeah.
It just seems to fit our needs. It's really good located right there by the pet walk area. So, like I say, I've never stayed anywhere else in Sarasota County. Been coming since the 70s. That's the only property I've ever slept in Sarasota County. So, we keep coming back.
Yeah, we do.
We, as y'all know, we started going to Anna Maria Island the last couple of years around Christmas time, like every other year. We stayed at a place up there we absolutely love, honestly love it. But this review is about Siesta Beach Resort. If you're going to Siesta Key, it's probably one of the more, I haven't done a lot of price comparison, but I think it's probably one of the more economical places, even with the added fees that I wasn't a fan of.
But if you're going down there and you want to rent a bike, and I did that one year. That's been 7 years or so ago. I had to pay for that separately. But here they have bikes, which is included in your resort fee.
That's true. But if you don't want to rent a bike, you got to pay it anyway.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing.
Your laundry's included.
I wish they would do it based on a per rental basis.
Yeah.
If you want to rent a bike from them, go to the office and pay it. But
you got your free laundry, which to me is helpful. That way I got everything washed and when we left, and different things that you forget, they do try to accommodate.
They've always had guest laundry though.
Yeah, but it's free now is what I'm saying,
Well, again, it's in the resort fee.
It is.
So yeah, I guess if I had to say one thing maybe I find a little regrettable is that the refrigerators, some of the rooms used to have full-size refrigerators. At least I know 216, the one we used to get, no longer has a full-size refrigerator. The stove's been taken out, the bar's been taken out. I wish they hadn't done that, but we don't get that right now anyway, so I don't guess it matters. If somebody ever comes back with us, we'll try to get it again, because it has that extra bedroom. But anyway, I know it's a long closeout. But yeah, my thoughts are it's perfectly located. It's a beautiful property.
Clean.
Yeah, the new pool in back, like I say, that one's tough for me. Not that it's not nice. It's just that ain't the pool that I grew up throwing beach balls at my cousins in, and being out there spending hours, literally hours at a time out in the pool, and then my boys bringing them there when they were small. That pool's gone now as of 2018. So this one here is more or less, you don't really swim in it. You just kind of sit on the ledge and socialize, really. That's what it is. It's not really a swim pool. It's a pool. It's bigger.
It is much bigger,
but,
yeah.
It is what it is. If I was there for the first time, I would say it was really nice. And I think that's the way I want to present this, because some of y'all watching may go for the first time. I think you'll be impressed with it.
You would, definitely.
So, I guess that's it for this closeout. If you have anything else you want to add.
No, I would highly recommend, and like we were saying too about the rooms, they are so different. If you go to their website and
a lot of different categories.
You can see they've got like a lot of pictures of the different types of categories, so that kind of gives you an idea too of what if you need, certain things.
I like the 125 and 126 rooms by the pool. If you want something poolside, but you don't need a lot of space for two people, those are good.
Yeah.
We had 126. I can't remember if it was A or B now. We had that during the hurricane. I call that the hurricane year. That was the funnest night at the beach, and then coming back to the room just watching it rain. That was cool. But I like hurricanes. But anyway, yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you would.
And find us on Facebook.
And have a wonderful and blessed day.